Hey guys, so good afternoon everyone, and welcome to our session. Today we're talking about fueling AI agents, decentralized data for intelligent systems. So as AI agents become more autonomous and capable, their performance hinges on access to scalable, secure, and sovereign data. So today in this panel, we're exploring how decentralized data infrastructure, from storage to compute, is powering the next generation of intelligent agents. So I'm Kim. I'm the CEO of the PR Genius. We are a global PR and media agency in the space, working with over 300 projects, including Nillion, INET, and so on. I'm honored to moderate this brilliant group of builders who are the forefront of shaping the next generation of intelligent systems. So as we start today, I think it's best to do a quick roundtable presentation of everyone. So if you guys want to go first.
Right, thanks. Hello, everyone. Kevin here. I'm a co-founder and CPO of Codatta. So we position ourselves as the knowledge layer for all the AI application. So make it more easier. It's pretty much like a data annotation or labeling solution in crypto, or the Surge AI crypto version. So we also gather a lot of the experts globally to do the expertise annotation for the healthcare, robotic, and definitely crypto. So we also just listed on the Binance Alpha and the Kraken. So right now we can reimburse our user by our token for their annotating. So that's what we do for Codatta.
Hi, everyone. I'm Sherry from Numbers Protocol. So for Numbers Protocol, what we do is we adding a credential layer to the digital assets. So that means no matter it's human or the machine, the AI agent, they can read and confirm the origin, the credential, and the history of all digital assets, and can be used with the traceable record. Yep. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Jason. I'm the co-founder and CMO of Nautilus AI. Nautilus AI, we build autonomous AI agents that manage the investment of trading and doing options and attending DeFi votes. And we also have our own AI that trained by over 1 million of token data and also thousands of smart money data on chain. Yeah, so we already adopt the concept and the applications of decentralized AI in our project, and we believe that this concept and ideas will keep moving forward to make it better and better. Thank you.
Hey everyone, I'm Raghav from Vultisig. We operate a free, non-custodial MPC-based wallet and are using this as a platform to allow users to install AI agents that can manage their funds without giving up custody across all major blockchains. So excited to be here. Back to Kim.
Amazing. So everyone here is using AI agents within your business. So what are the core data infrastructure requirements for powering intelligent autonomous agents? And how does decentralized storage, compute, and identity layers contribute to the more resilient and capable AI systems? Yeah, up to you.
Okay, I can go first. So like I mentioned, so Codatta will position our data layer. So we partner with the data modeling company in crypto and also partner with the agent. You know, at the very beginning of this year, there's a wave of the AI agent, even like some like a scrammed project, but some of they are doing the real work. So the same thing. So when they need the data to train their agent, they also need to turn to the Codatta. Okay, I need to train my robotic data. I need to train like a trading agent data. So because we also have the crypto annotation and account annotation data. So that's how we work with the AI agent. So, but I mean, I can elaborate more. But I mean, that's like basically how we work together with the AI agent in crypto area. Yeah.
Okay, amazing.
From my opinion, so I think the important thing is that the AI agent, he can pay and get the file in the same process. So that means, so if the asset, there is a link that can let the AI agent directly pay and directly get the file and also issue a verifiable receipt. then the AI agent can react very fast, can get the data asset very quickly, and also all the usage, the licensing process are all transparable.
Okay, our app is more close to the application layer, but I can say about our point of view when we use a decentralized AI infrastructure. For us, like for about the storage, we're using it, and for the decentralized computing power, we are also using it. It's better than centralized because the computing powers overall it can be cheaper and not controlled by single computing power provider. And for the storage, it can be stored permanently, and we don't need to worry about data interruption or data manipulation. Yeah, so I believe not only to us, to many of other protocols, this is very inevitable, and the benefit of adopting this is better than using traditional centralized services.
I think the way we view it is that for a lot of AI agents, data is the secret sauce that makes it work. And many agents and people operating these agents may not necessarily wish to have this data accessible in a fully public environment. So we want to set up a structure where agents can use an MPC structure to privatize their compute and data analysis and still engage with the user's wallet to perform any on-chain transactions based on that data and insight without having to reveal their exact models, weights, or internal data and give control of it to the user's wallet. So we want to create a tooling layer that allows people to use data without revealing it and allows users to use that data in a trustless and non-custodial manner without giving their assets to whoever operates the agents.
So based on that, is there any like specific standard on how your agents should consume decentralized data? Or is it like a wild, wild west for all of you?
So we leave it largely up to people building these agents. It doesn't make sense for us to force people to go down a narrow standard at this stage. I think we're still too early to try and lock in people on a standardized process. What matters is that they can do it in a manner that is verifiable. So you have to be able to prove that the outcome you're trying to perform on chain is backed by some amount of data and compute and analysis and not just a random guess. But there are many ways to do that, and we support a number of different verification flows, either by proving your intent, proving through ZK proofs, proving through transactional analysis, all of which adds up to allow you to trust that there is a data-driven decision that is being made rather than just an assumption.
Yeah, I think we ultimately need a standard, but it's not a easy question and easy thing to do because we are very, very early in terms of this topic. And there are also many challenges that we need to overcome. Like, for example, I personally think the biggest problem and issue that decentralized AI is about data provider, how we can trust the data provider, and how the AI agent can identify and trust the data provider. And there's also that many kinds of data to make it on-chain is expensive, and also it's not easy to do it, and maybe the use cases and the willingness to pay about the data is still very low and not for mass adoption. Yeah, so I think there need be some advocates or some authority that can stand out and to integrate all these kind of people and protocols to make a standard to solve the questions one by one. Yeah.
Okay. So like I said, so we think the most important thing is that how we can let the AI agent can pay for the data by themselves. So recently, Numbers Protocol, we are also enabling a standard called X402 payment. So the standard is it's a very long-lasting standard, but currently there are no very reliable solution before we have the crypto payment. So with the blockchain support that the file can be paid via its storage. So there will be a link to the file, and the machine, the AI agent, can directly pay at the link and get the receipt, get the license data. So the AI agent can be react very quickly, no need to have a human involved, and can be doing everything processed by themselves. So this is also what we are now implement the numbers protocol and the XO2 payment together.
Yeah, we don't really have the standard, but we try to form some standard. For example, we know people really appreciate, now even AI model appreciate the data set. So they appreciate the quality and who contribute in which area. So one thing is in blockchain, everybody is, they don't have the personal information. So we try to encourage people to provide more information by themselves. And we don't verify right away. We just maybe use the staking mechanism to ask them to deposit some fund. If we randomly check if you provide some information wrong, and so we'll forfeit the deposit. So that's what I'll make sure so we can guarantee the data quality. On the other hand, we also try to make that the data set is more transparent for the agent. So it's maybe we try to use the zero knowledge tool to maybe more in the traditional world they call the synthetic data. So meaning that you may, for example, in the healthcare, you have a lot of the personology data, but I mean you don't show that each individual image to the model, but you put the 10 images together and put all the synopsis there. So that's one way we handle that. So we also use that way to provide the privacy. Yeah, for data agent. Yeah.
Talking about privacy, a lot of you guys have related back to ZK proof. Which privacy preserving technologies do you guys think are the most effective? ZK proof, secure enclaves, MPC. What do you guys think?
Yeah, for us it's a zero knowledge proof. I'm not sure about it.
So I think actually all these technology are pretty good. So, but I think the chosen still need to be considered about the use scenario and also the data latency and the trust. So, for the trusted hardware, this is very good for compute very near the data, and the ZK proof also very good that you can have the proof, have the license without revealing the the privacy information, and the MPC can also the teammates to collaborate without sharing the secret. So I think these all three can be combined, become a very good solution, the end-to-end solution. So we just need to make sure that every step, each access to the data have a record that can be proven and can be traced.
Yeah, I think all of these methods is important and crucial. Depends on what kind of application and the situation that we are doing this. Because data have some privacy levels. For example, when it comes to high privacy security data, such as private keys, it's very, very important to protect the data. So high levels such as TEE is very important. And for example, just transaction data or transaction value and time, this kind of data or identity, we can make anonymous identity to solve this issue. In these cases, we can only just use MPC or ZK. This is enough to process this kind of data to make it more efficient. Yeah, so my opinion is depends on the cases.
Yeah, I think I agree with most of what he just said. It's very important to pick the right technology for the thing you're trying to prove. For us, and of course I'm a little biased because we are an MPC wallet, but MPC is for assets. If you want to secure assets, you should be using an MPC solution. But if you want to prove that you are accessing and operating on the right data set, then ZK proofs are typically what you want, because ZK proofs have a very interesting side effect that they can prove things that are entirely off-chain. I can prove the balance of a Binance account, and I can prove the balance of a bank account without having to have all of that data stored somewhere on-chain. And this allows agents to do things that typically wouldn't be possible in a fully on-chain solution, because now you can pull in data from external sources And once you've made your decision, then yes, you can drop down to MPC or TEEs to actually execute it. But you do need ZK at a higher layer to make sure you're not boxing yourself into just on-chain solutions.
Yeah, most of these AI agents are absorbing and processing a lot of data in real time extremely fast. Do you guys see some sort of like reputation system evolving for AI agents in general? For example, like if they had some sort of credit score, for example?
Yeah, that's also actually what we do. I mean, because we need to know who contribute more accurate based on our feedback from our commercial customer. So we internally we have algorithm to calculate their reputation score, and they also either for the airdrop or for their incentive, they all based on their credit score. And right now we also have really like a high value task for the AI company. For example, they need us to have the user to give the question which can trick the LLM. Maybe, okay, I tell the ChatGPT, but he cannot answer right. They need that questions. So, but I know that that question is really hard. So I also need to find the right person for our network. So that also depends on the reputation score from the history. So yeah, that's what we do.
The reputation system is very important and very good, but I think it should come with the behave. So we can let the non-transferable usage record to be in the public history on doc, and the operator can post a stack to prove for the trust level, and the stacking will be /1 if confirmed fraud. And in that way, we can build in the reputation system and also to prevent the like the fraud and the other improper behavior.
Yeah, I also think reputation system is very important because today's AI is become more and more like humans. They think and act like humans. So what we rate and build reputation system for humans is the same for AI agents. Like actually, we are already doing this. Like for like ChatGPT and Grok, we already have our different opinions. Like personally, I think Grok is better, and for example, like Cloud Code is much better than the other AI to coding. Yeah, so in terms of reputation, I believe not only for AI agent and also data provider, this is very important to help people to identify the right AI agents and what they are good at, and to make our workflow more efficient.
I think reputation is, of course, extremely important, but AI agents and reputations are not a silver bullet, because one of the key things that differentiates an agent and why you would want to use an agent against a typical pre-agentic solution is that agents are non-deterministic. So you don't have a guarantee that if an agent performed well yesterday, it will continue to perform well today, especially as data and models change. So reputation should go hand in hand with some kind of guardrails, which can short circuit and protect you from an agent in the event that it does decide to deviate or make weird choices. But of course, barring that, the ultimate feedback there is a user. If an agent starts to misbehave and users start to uninstall or withdraw assets from that agent's control, that's the strongest signal that there's a reputational hit. Whereas if an agent continues to perform well, naturally over time, the amount of assets it controls should grow because people will trust that it is performing well and is able to do it safely.
This is a really highly debatable topic, especially the fact that you guys are implementing AI agents within your infrastructure and business in general. But what is the most realistic business model for decentralized AI data, from your opinion? There has been obviously multitude of marketplaces, DeFi, staking, compute leasing, and so on. But for you guys, from your perspective, running AI agents within your business, what is the most realistic business model from your perception?
Yeah, I will leave the decentralized technology for a moment. Maybe that's also what we discussed we call the Web 2.0. But I mean, here we think the decentralized technology for us is more important. It's like, because in the traditional world, they also have scale AI, search AI, they have a similar business model. But the thing is, they can only sell the data once, or okay, they just sell the data set to the one big company, or maybe they resell, but it usually depends on the contract. But here in crypto, we want like, as long as you contribute to the data set, as long as the data set can be treated, so you'll always get the benefit. So we think the decentralized data is more like, okay, decentralized exchange for data set. So that's also about after we publish the first version, so we're also going to build we call the data DAX for data sets for AI training. So that's what my view for the decentralized data. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think-
Yeah, I agree that data DAX is very important. Then what we already have is decentralized computing. There's already good protocols like IO.net, and it's also working quite very well. The data DAX and the platform for people to exchange data, which that data provider can provide data to some companies or people protocols who in need of the data is very, very important because from my opinion, the on-chain data, the amount is now limited to finance, and there's still lots of data in the real world, and the activities happening every day is still not on-chain. And in the past few days, I just saw the Chainlink just integrate the US GDP on-chain. I think this is a very important step to start making people realize that making data on-chain is really important. And I think with good incentivized system, we let many people or many companies provide more data, not only with crypto, not only with finance, for other industry like supply chain, healthcare, and many other industries. This data is also very, very important. And a good infrastructure, a DEX that people can exchange to pricing the value of data, and people can meet the supply and demand. This kind of platform is a really good business model.
I think good. So in now world, because everyone, a lot of Web3, a lot of AI company, I think the best business model would be we can make the settlement into each endpoint. So for each endpoint, that when the data and we can price per call. With the data contributor, he can be rewarded once his data being requested, and with the operator, he can also be rewarded once he gets the verifiable, trustable data, and also every record, every access can be can be on-chain or transparent. That verifiable can be checked the process very quickly. So in that way, each way the data contributor and the operator and the verifier, and also for the issuer, the publisher, can get reward from their endpoint in each settlement. So I think that will be a very interoperability and a very good business model.
I think for us, the way we see agents and real-world adoption is that there will be a handful of boring use cases first. And then, as Jason mentioned, more and more data comes and becomes available to these agents outside of the base financial layers we have now. You will see a wave of things that happen all at once. So a realistic cycle for us would look like you will have a lot of simple AI agents that just do simple things that people need, like if the market starts to drop while I'm asleep, can you detect it accurately and liquidate everything into stables? That's an agent a lot of people would pay $5, $10, $20 a month for. It's basically an insurance policy against a black swan. But it's limited to trading. But as we get more and more data that's available, a lot more of these use cases become practically executable on-chain. And you will start to see companies who do it. And you may not realize it because it happens in the background. It's just part of how you use an app. But it will happen slowly and then all at once.
At the moment, AI agents are transacting across wallets, chains and protocols and so on. Who becomes the arbiter of accountability if something goes wrong?
Maybe like AI agent decide. I'll leave to others.
Well, I think that the evidence can speak by themselves. So if every process can be traced and can be verified, then you can see that which AI agent get the data from who and when and where. So I think it's no matter who be the one to prove it, because everything is on-chain, everything is transferable, and everything can be verifiable.
Yeah, it's definitely that. It's true. It's very important because today we need data that we can trust. There are already many AI agents that we cannot even identify it is human or AI agents. And of course, for data, we need to identify this kind of data is fake or this is true. So this kind of linked to the reputation system. We need a ranking to help us to identify which kind of data and the past record, this kind of, to trace the data provider that where they get a source and the quality of their data to help us to solve this kind of issue.
I think accountability ultimately will rest with the developers of these agents, because it's a similar cycle to what we saw with even writing smart contracts in the past. When people try to do everything themselves, it's much more likely that you do something wrong or incorrectly. And now common wisdom is just use OpenZeppelin or just use Chainlink or just use Layer 0. Why reinvent the wheel? There will be a number of solutions that slowly mature and are really good at providing data, are really good at executing agents. And it's the onus of the developers to make sure they are picking the best option for the components that they're putting into their system. And if one of those fails, then it's a learning experience for everybody. There will be failures for sure. But if you roll it all yourself and then you fail, that's on you as a developer.
Amazing. One last question for you guys. In the next 2 to 3 years, what are the critical milestones for decentralized AI and agents to hit mainstream adoption?
For me, I think I still need to wait the moment of AGI. So after that, we can have the real-time estimate for the AI agent or decentralized AI agent. Yeah.
I would say we need the stable coin payment process and pay at the link back to storage. So like I said, I think this is the key, that once the AI agent can assess the data by it themselves, then there will be a very huge improvement that no human needed to be involved in a data getting process.
Yeah, I think a daily AI agent that can help you do everything in crypto, like transaction, invest, and to this kind of thing I think it will really happen in the near future. For us, we are already building investment agent, and we also see many of our partners trying to integrate AI agents in their wallets and applications. So I believe this will happen really, really fast in the next 2 to 3 years.
Yeah, I think for us, the milestone is you shouldn't need to open your wallet. You should just need to tell it, hey, this week I want you to do this, and trust that it will happen without having to make the transactions yourself, and trust that it'll get it right.
Is there any specific infrastructure pieces that are missing to make this a reality from your perspective as well?
I think right now the main infrastructure that's missing is verifications, because you already have agents who can take in data and make decisions, but you don't want to bet $100,000 that it guessed correctly. So how do you verify it, and how do you prove that?
Yeah, for me, I also think it's verification, but I think this is technical problem is not really a good it's not really a problem. If there is a good incentivized system and there's motivation for people to do it, people will overcome the technical problems.
Yeah, I very agree token, I think the missing part here now will be the standard identity, the safer wallet, and the legal bridge. Because once the agent can host the wallet, maybe can also sign license and do the payment. So we need a standardized agent identity to identify which agent do which process. And we also need a safer wallet, so maybe a granular permission that the wallet can only have a limitation to do something. And also the legal framework that all things can be read by the compliance.
Yeah, for me, I think we're still missing the decentralized computing power. I don't even know it's all gonna happen or no. Yeah.
Amazing. Awesome. Thank you so much for your time, guys, today. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Everyone.
Thank you, everyone.